Welcome back, Raider Nation, to Game 2 in the second round of the GHSA State Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. That's a mouthful there. We are broadcasting live. We are BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson, instructor of Engineering and Technology at Bacon County High School, along with Tate Taylor and Johnny Kabigtine, are bringing you Lady Raider softball from Banks County High School in Homer, Georgia. We're about 45 miles from the top of the state, just in the foothills of the mountains. We're going to start this thing off. This is Game 2. Lady Raiders dropped Game 1 8-0 in 5 innings. Bree Harper is on the mound. Yes, we are the home team in Game 2. Sometimes that's confusing. It confuses me as well. Top of the lineup, J.C. Ayers. Raiders there were 5 unearned runs. In Game 1, as we were run ruled 8 after 5. The pitcher, Denton, is everything she was built up to be. I've seen a little bit faster than her, but she has got a lot of speed. Great changeup there by Bree Harper. That's a signature changeup. Denton had 11 strikeouts in Game 1, which didn't help our offensive ability. Only 4 balls hit in play. We got to make some adjustments, without a doubt. If you're just joining us, again, Game 2. Banks County Lady Leopards are the number 1 seed out of Region 8 AA, and they are the number 1 team in the state. The change up, and she hangs on. Ball is caught by Sadie Adams in right field. And let's go around the horn. Hope Hobbs is behind the plate. I've already mentioned Bree Harper, the senior, on the mound. Kamari Strozier, the junior, at third. Senior A.J. Aniston Johnson at shortstop. Katie Johnson, the sophomore, at second. Clements, the senior, at first. Sadie Adams, the senior, in right field. Zoe Hodges, the senior, in center field. And then left field, the freshman, Riley Andrews. The Raiders just need to settle down this game, make no mistakes. We can't afford to give up any runs, because runs are going to be tough to come across with this Denton on the mound for the Lady Leopards. Martinette to the plate. She flies out towards center. Ball is caught for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Great start for Bree Harper. And that was Denton who flied out, who had 2 home runs in Game 1. Got to catch her breath. I'm going to stay with you right here as we talk about some of the sponsors that are they're the reason, part of the reason we're here at least. But David Hand, State Farm. I want to thank Mr. David. Matter of fact, he's walking right under the tent here with us. We're standing under a tent. Took a picture of and posted earlier of State Farm. His agency is in Waycross, but he is a homegrown guy. I went to school with David, graduated way back when. And his daughter, Gracie, started Game 1, left with an injury. Talk more about that later. But I want to thank David Hand for being a part of our 2019 softball sponsorship. He is the title sponsor for the softball season. I want to mention Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, the Wheeler Agency, Burt CPA, and Family Vision Care. I want to thank Miss Tracy Martin, principal at Bacon County High School. Scott Brown, assistant principal, and Chuck Woodall, athletic director, for giving us an opportunity to do what we do. All right, Strozier's going to lead it off for the Lady Raiders here in Game 2. We got to figure out a way to put the bat on the ball. I don't know if it's small ball. I don't know what we do. We got to do something different. We only had 4 balls put in play, 11 strikeouts. We got a very confident, and I say a very confident, Banks County team. One ball, no strikes. Bottom of the first, Strozier. Big cut high in the zone. You got to kind of feel out this new umpire in game 2. Game 1 umpire was not my friend. He was very inconsistent, really, for both girls, both teams. But when you have an inconsistent strike zone with a pitcher, that's as good as this young lady. It makes it even more difficult for the visiting team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball high in the zone. Now that ball would have been a strike with the other umpire's zone, the height-wise. Again, if you're just joining us, we are broadcasting live from Banks County. I'm actually standing along the third baseline just beside the dugout. Kamari puts this one in play. The right fielder comes in and makes the squeeze for the first out. Just want to make their defense work a little bit harder than they had to in game 1. I have a camera perched behind home plate up in the press box. We're thankful for some wireless technology that allows us to do that. This ball is put in play, popped up, called off by the second baseman, makes the play. Anderson, we're 2 for 2 with putting it in play. And again, I'm not saying that lightly. We had a ton of strikeouts that first game. We just got to drive it. We got plenty of hitters, plenty of power, and if you can just hit it square. Clements to the plate, Hodges on deck. We have gone in order so far since game 1. No base runners, no walks. I think we carried her to a 3-2 count 2 times. Another ball put in play right down the line, just foul. Clements got a quick bat, just foul, just a couple inches from a double. All right, that's going to be 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders as well for a strikeout. We're going to take a quick break. Honor our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
All right, Harper on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Lewis, who was 0 for 3 in game 1, and she's the 4 spot. And she lifts this one to right field, out of play, and the fast Adams was unable to get there. Again, at worst, game one probably should have been 2 or 3-0. We give up 5 unearned runs. They had a couple hits off the fist, just little C&I singles. That's all part of the game. And Harper pours one in on the inside corner. 0-2 count now to the cleanup spot. Change up. Johnson fires to first. 4 up, 4 down for Harper. At this, I keep harping, if you're just joining us in game two, at this point we were down 2-0 after a big home run by Denton. .33 Chronic, followed by Ayers. This ball is lifted to center. Hodges camps underneath, squeezes it. 5 up, 5 down. This works just as well as strikeouts. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the second. Ayers to the plate, followed by Brooks. Chops it to Strozier. Strozier on the bag. She's out. It's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down again for the Lady Raiders. Let's see if we can't do something special here, because this is game 2. We've got to win this game or the season will be over for the Lady Raiders. We got a lot of pride, a lot of seniors on this team that have carried this team for the last 3 or 4 years, and they just don't want it to end, and hopefully it won't tonight. We're going to take a quick break and be.
At Burt CPAs, we focus on helping the small businesses in our region with accounting, tax, and audit services. With offices in Waycross, Alma, Baxley, and Homerville, our team of professionals is ready to serve you no matter your location in South Georgia. Experience world-class accounting services for the small-town business.
We continue to put the ball in play. Now we continue to hit it to someone, but I'm, again, extremely optimistic as our girls are going up with some confidence and maybe not thinking, just hitting, being a hitter. And something that I'm glad to see is Gracie Hand in the lineup, and she is on deck. Iced her hand for an hour or so there. In preparation, as she was hit by a line drive. Harper to the plate after Hodges' pop-up. Ball low in the zone. I was just talking with Tate. Your hopes of, when you got a pitcher this is pretty good. And she's not really, this ball is going to be trouble. Oh, no, the center fielder makes the play. Wow. Can't catch a break. But what I'm pleased to see is the ball being put in play. Gracie Hand with a hand injury, causing her to come out in the third inning, mid-third. Another big cut by hand. All it takes is one mistake, one big hit over the fence. We could, win 1-0, grind it out with some defense. Katie Johnson on deck. No balls, 2 strikes. To hand with 2 outs. Ball high and outside. What I was saying earlier to Tate is, to beat a pitcher like this, she's not really going to get tired from throwing pitches. You have to frustrate her. You got to make her or force her to do things she's not comfortable or used to doing. She's used to striking out every batter. And if you can put the ball in play, put some pressure on the defense, force some errors, hit the ball over the park, out of the park, something that, again, to continue to maybe frustrate her. That's how you get to them. Because I'm almost positive she's probably pitched 90%, thrown 90% of the balls this season for this team. But we're going to take a quick break on our sponsor. Top of the 3rd inning. That's correct. Top of the 3rd. This is game 2. Ball was hit sharply past our second baseman. Scooped up by Sadie. Fired in. Base hit. And that was a base hit by Brooks. Speed is coming to the plate. First base runner. Excuse me. There's that C&I single that we have longed for. Had a hiccup. It was around the corner. I couldn't see it, and I was coughing. So an error allowed the little bobbles there, allowed for the runners to advance to second and third after the base hit. And we're at the bottom of the lineup. There's a successful squeeze, and then the throwing error. It's just tough. It's tough. 2-0, no outs. Ball's hit to AJ. She's going to be out at home. Finally, we're getting out there, keeping that run from scoring. Could be important. One out runner at second as she advances on the fielder's choice. Back to the top of the lineup. I'm sorry, that was the top of the lineup. That would have been the fielder's choice. This is Martinette, Jill. Back to the pitcher. Gets the sure out at first. And Denton's going to come to the plate, the pitcher. Tabby Denton. She hits this one deep to center, but it's going to be playable, right center. We just got to get some base runners somehow. We had a couple errors there. That one error led to the 2 runs in left field and the 2 runs at home. But we just got to get past it, 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. We're going to take another break and be back.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Bottom of the third inning, Raiders trail 2-0 in game 2. Got some work to do if we're going to extend our season. That's what it all boils down to. Big cut by the sophomore, Katie Johnson. Hope Hobbs on deck. Ow. That hit something. I'd have dropped that bat and started running. I think it hit her bat and then hit her. That's some bad luck. Again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change up. It's going to be strike 3. Hobbs. Andrews on deck. Change up. Strike 2, 2 balls. Oh, excuse me, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Going to be strike 3. And Andrews with 2 outs, the freshman. Strozier on deck. Back to the top of the lineup. Raiders have yet to have a base runner in both games to this point. In 7 2/3. Good cut by the freshman. Just a little behind. I talked to someone after for game 1, and Denton's throwing somewhere around 58 to 60 miles per hour. And that's going to be strike on that inside part of the play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Going to change up the last 2 strikeouts. And it's a changeup. And we'll be back to the top of the lineup in the bottom of the 4th, but Harper retakes the mound as we head to the top.
Started by a group of farmers in 1925, Country Financial has been protecting cars, homes, lives, and more ever since. Whether it be home and auto, life, health, farm and ranch equipment, or crop insurance, allow Mike Wheeler and his friendly staff to develop a plan to help you.
Raider Nation is cheering them on. Good crowd from Bacon County, considering the drive, 4.5 hours to Homer, Georgia. To be honest, I didn't know there was a Homer, Georgia, until I started looking at the brackets a couple weeks ago. Ball a shot to center field. Hodges makes the play as usual. And Denton is going to come. Denton. I'm sorry. I'm all messed up. .33. That was Denton. Home run. By 33. We couldn't see it around the corner. And that was Chronic. Three to nothing. just a little outside. Ayers, Jules Ayers, 54. Ball's popped up out of play to the right. These two teams playing for a chance to go to Columbus, to the Elite Eight. Lady Raiders have missed it last year.
Hey, don't be so quick to charge it. 2-3, sit back a little bit.
It's going to be a hit batsman. She'll take her base. It's going to bring Brooks to the plate, followed by Speed. Temperature dropped a little bit. I apologize for my sniffles and my cold. No balls, one strike, one out. Just trying to stop the bleeding here, get out of this inning. This ball is fired out of play over our head. Stolen base, and it was a good pitch to do it on. It was a changeup. Well, that was a good play by Katie. Trapping the ball for the line drive out and almost doubling the young lady up at second. That was a nice play. Close play. It's going to be 2 outs. Speed to the plate. She had a single her last at bat. One ball, one strike, one out here. Top of the fourth. Ball's popped up in play. Should be squeezed by Clements. And that's the third out. Ooh, excuse me. Second. That should be 3 out. Should be 3. Yep. I was confused on the board. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We got some emotional fans right here close to us. I anticipate that. Nobody wants this thing to end. Nobody wants this thing to end following game 2. We got a work cut out for us. We're going to take another break and be back in just a moment.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Top of the lineup, Strozier. Bottom of the fourth. Down 3. Got to make something happen. Ball a little high in the zone, called strike. Pours that one right over the plate. Quickly 0-2. Ball low. Just a bit outside. Just for kicks and giggles, I'd like to see Kamari get into one right here. Maybe slam one off the scoreboard. And she powers it by her. Strike 3. So difficult to hit. Anderson Johnson. Every at bat for all these seniors, but seems like Anderson's been playing for 6 or 8 years now for the Lady Raiders. Could be their last as a Raider. Change up. That's what happens again when you face a young lady like this that has speed and accuracy, and then she fires it by you. Ball's high in the zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Another changeup. It's going to bring Clements, who had a really good at bat before striking out. Hit a ball right down the left field line, just foul. Trying to get a base runner. Got a change-up, fastball. A little low in the zone, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hodges on deck. Round 2, GHSA State Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Game 2. This ball is lifted to left field. And great play made by the left fielder. Just foul. Raiders have yet to get a base runner. We're going to take another break. Honor a sponsor.
At Birch CPAs, we focus on helping the small businesses in our region with accounting, tax, and audit services. With offices in Waycross, Alma, Baxley, and Homerville, our team of professionals is ready to serve you no matter your location in South Georgia. Experience world-class accounting services for the small-town business.
Top of the 5th inning, 3-0. Your Lady Raiders trail the Banks County Lady Leopards. Game 2, we were defeated 8-0 game 1. I was unable to pull up or find any scores from around our region. If you're listening and you have some or know some, shoot me a text or message me, maybe Facebook message. I'm having trouble getting some texts in and out on occasion. Number 12 at the plate. She had a base hit her last at bat. And we're back to the top of the lineup to Ayers. Ball is lifted to center. Zoe camps underneath for the 3-2 pitch, fly out to center field. Back to the top of the lineup. Good looking pitch. Fly out and a fielder's choice by J.C. Ayers. A base hit first game. On deck is Martinette. I want to thank David Hand, State Farm Insurance, for being a part of our broadcast this season once again. This ball is chopped to AJ. Sort of handcuffed her, but she comes up, makes the play. Great defensive play there. 2 outs now for the Lady Raiders. And this is Martinette. Fly out and a ground out, her 2 previous at bats. Denton on deck. Couple home runs game 1. change up just a little high in the zone, I guess. Just outside. Sharply hit to Johnson. Knocks it down for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. The Lady Raiders here. It's an important inning for the Raiders. Nice play by Johnson, the sophomore. I'm going to take another quick break and be back in just a minute. Bottom of the fifth inning, still trail 3-0. Lady Raiders looking for their first base runner. Got to score some runs to extend this series, to extend our season. Hodges and Harper. Ball low in the zone. That ball was fired in there. Just out of reach of the right fielder. Good effort. Might have been one of her hardest thrown pitches of the evening. Zoe got a piece of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the ball low in the zone. A lot of speed. Another ball low. First time we've seen her, again, a little frustrated for whatever reason. Everybody's coming to talk to her after 3 pitches out of whack. That's a little weird. I don't think they have to panic. Crowd's getting back into it. Trying to generate a little bit of enthusiasm. 3 balls, 1 strike, trying to get a base runner. If you just get a base runner, this place is going to go nuts. And there's a base hit. Oh, no, right to the center fielder. But she tagged it. That's all Zoe can do. Wow. Nice base, nice hit there.
Hey, great hit, Zoe. Way to put the bat on the ball.
Sometimes you just can't help it, you know, when you hit it hard right to someone. Great at bat. It's going to bring Harper up. You got to think Maybe if we just get one more at bat against this young lady, but I'm just not sure if we're going to be able to make it back to the top of the lineup. No balls, one strike, one out here. Harper and Hand on deck. Change up. That's just tough. And there's a base hit. Make them play a little defense. Got a first base runner of the game. Proud for Bree Harper, the senior. Bennett Manning is going to get to run the bases for Harper, the pitcher.
Atta girl, Bree.
I tell you what, Gracie Hand's had a couple good swings. You know, one good swing here, and we'll scare them at least. Could make it 3-2. Bree hit that ball right on the button. Just one out. Got to think she's coming at her here with try to throw a strike. And she does, and Hand unable to make contact. Good cut. That's what she was looking for. Another big cut high in the zone. It's going to be 2 strikes and 1 out. Katie Johnson on deck. And puts it in play. Ball is bobbled. Thrown into right field. Bennett's going to stop at third. Raiders called a break. Runners at second and third with only 1 out. Just a little bit, again, just got to put the ball in play. Trying to put the ball in play, put some pressure on the defense. We've been talking about it both games. A bobble there by the third baseman caused the error. Runners at second and third. Katie Johnson, a big spot for the sophomore. Hobbs on deck. And we might just have a chance to get back to that top of the lineup. Would not surprise me to see a squeeze here. I know Coach has done it in the past. Got some speed at third. Katie can be a contact hitter here. It's tough to square around a girl that throws it as hard as she does. But we got to score some runs here. Some runs. We got to extend this series. And she pumps one right down the pipe. Doesn't see any type of a bunt attempt. Katie's got some power. She could tie it up with one swing. Again, just trying to put the ball in play. And another big cut, another fastball there. Just pumping it in. No balls, 2 strikes. But that's where her hand was at. Another big cut, strike 3. We're going to get a base runner for Gracie Hand. Emma White is going to have an opportunity on the 28. So White is on second, Manning on third, and they're running on contact. Hope Hobbs with an opportunity. And she takes strike 1 right down the pipe. Annabeth Waters is on deck. Two outs. Runners at second and third. Need something special to happen right here. And she loaded up. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You got to think a changeup's coming. She's been pumping those fastballs. That's low and inside. Strike 3. Foul ball, excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another big cut, swing and a miss, strike 3. Leave 2 stranded. And we go to the top of the 6th. And we're going to take another quick break.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Denton to the plate, takes strike one. And ball one. She's flied out and lined out this game. Had a couple home runs for game one. She's going to reach on an error. Lewis to the plate. Lewis has not hurt us all night. Lewis is actually 0 for 5 so far. So maybe they're over there saying, well, she's due. A lot of power. Not sure how many home runs she's got this season. She's the catcher. Pop fly out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple more errors this game for the Lady Raiders. 2 unearned runs, had a home run. This ball is lifted into right center-ish. Adams makes the play for the first out. Runner at first. Again, Lewis has not hurt us tonight. And I always say, if you listen to our broadcast, you don't want their best player or hitter to beat you. Chronic had a home run her last at bat. That's the only earned run. Banks County played for the state championship last year. Were defeated by Social Circle. I believe Social Circle is the Region 6 AA. We went up there a couple years ago, 3 years ago, and surprised them. That was the last time we advanced to the state playoffs. Or excuse me, to the Elite Eight in Columbus. This ball is lined into center field for a base hit. Probably should have held that ball, kept the runner from advancing to second. But nonetheless, it's going to be 1 out, runners at second and third after the base hit by Chronic. Jules Ayers had a walk her last at bat. I think she was hit by a pitch. Kylie Brooks on deck. Absolutely can't afford to give up any more runs. Ball's chopped right down the line. Got the sure fire out at first. Nice play by Strozier. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Again, Brooks to the plate. Shelby Speed. on deck. Ball high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Ball is hit to Clemens. Oh, it gets under her glove. She just can't. I think if she turns her glove, it's going to be 3 outs. Clemens unable to get her glove turned around in time, but that's, again, just a tough play there. Base hit there. It's going to be 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. That's 2 more runs score on the base hit. We'll be back in just a moment.
Started by a group of farmers in 1925, Country Financial has been protecting cars, homes, lives, and more ever since. Whether it be home and auto, life, health, farm and ranch equipment, or crop insurance, allow Mike Wheeler and his friendly staff to develop a plan to help you.
Bottom of the 6th inning. We trail 5-0. Lady Raiders obviously in a pickle here. We've got to make something happen. She's hitting for Riley Andrews. Got to think AJ at the plate. Her high school career, potentially. Not to say that it can't happen again here. This girl's got some good. This ball is lifted into center field. Hodges camps underneath, squeezes for the 2nd out. Ball is hammered down that right field line. I'm thankful we didn't get any rain thus far. Hopefully we can get packed up before we do get any. It was a chance. I got an alert on my phone in between games. Good looking pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Change up just a little short. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Just strike over that outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 pitch away from getting out of the top of the 7th after the solo home run. 6-0. We now trail. And there's the ball to Katie. Pitches over to first for the sure out. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. We're going to stay right here. No commercial. We'll talk just a moment. Let's be real and honest. It's going to take a small miracle here for the Lady Raiders to score 6 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. I want to take just a minute to thank these seniors on this team that have poured blood, sweat, and tears for this Lady Raider team, and I've watched them develop and grow as we broadcasted the last 4 years. These ladies, and most of them have played just about every game throughout their high school career. And the first being Aniston Johnson, or AJ as she's known. I said earlier, it's like she's been she's like a 5th-year senior. It's like she's been playing ball for us at the varsity level for 6 or 7 years. Couldn't wait for her to get up from middle school because she's just been, for a while, she's just head and shoulders above everyone with her athleticism, literally her height. She will be going on to bigger, better things as she is committed to play softball at the next level for Georgia Southern University, a Division I school. So we want to congratulate her on that and thank her for what she's done for Lady Raider softball. I want to thank Skylar Clements, who's going to lead off this bottom half of the 7th, as well for her input into this Lady Raider softball team. Zoe Hodges, who's right here on deck, she's going to have another at-bat as a Lady Raider. I remember her taking dance classes with my daughter, Sarah. She's just a year younger than her, and just as little girls. This ball is lifted into left center, and it's squeezed by the left fielder for the first out. So I've seen a lot of these girls grow up. And Bree Harper, she comes on deck here in front of us as well. She's just the Harpers themselves have been a fixture for Lady Raider softball for the better part of the last 6 or 7 years, with her sister Emmy playing 4 years for the Lady Raiders. It's going to be different to see not to have a Harper on the field as they graduate their youngest. And finally, or not finally, but Gracie Hand, I want to thank her for her efforts these last couple of years as pitching for the Lady Raiders, and her bat come around the last couple of years. She was so huge last year in the regional tournament with Jeff Davis. She got knocked out of the game 1 here with a little hand injury, but she's gotten a couple at bats. Put the bat on the ball last inning. Initiating a couple base runners there for the Lady Raiders here. 2 balls, 1 strike after that first out on Zoe. This is where we started making things happen earlier, the last inning. Still, the fans are still encouraging these girls. Again, all these seniors. And last but not least, Sadie Adams. Appreciate all her efforts as a pitcher, an outfielder, just an athlete. I want to thank the parents of these student athletes for giving them the opportunity to be a part of Lady Raider softball. All right, here we are. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Zoe Hodges. And he rings her up on a call strike 3. I don't know why he'd wait to the 7th inning to be so animated. Bree Harper with 2 outs. take nothing away from Banks County. We've come up to their house, and they have defended it well. Miss Denton, who is on the mound, has met that expectation that we knew. She was a great pitcher. And she didn't no-hit us, both games at least. Bree Harper with the only hit, base hit last inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're down to our last potential swing as she fouls it off. And this team is a little bit more than the pitcher. They've shown some good defense, and they have put the bat on the ball. Again, they'll have a chance to run the table next week in Columbus. Bree stays alive. Another good cut. I don't know if I'd just try to drop down a bunt or something here. Ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s across the board. Timeout. I want to thank our sponsors. Number 1, David Hand, State Farm Insurance, for being part of this 2019 softball season, the title sponsor 2 years in a row. I want to thank him for being a part of that. I want to thank Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Miss Lisa Coley. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Mike Wheeler from the Wheeler Agency. Birch CPAs, specifically Mr. Larry Taylor. And Family Vision Care, Doctors Hutto and McQuaig. And the ball is squeezed, and Banks County is going to move forward in the GHSA state tournament, and the Lady Raiders season will end. It is unfortunate that it ends in this manner, but it does. We got a good group of young ladies. They're going to be sad and upset, no doubt. But just another fantastic season for the Lady Raiders. Coach Gay's first season as a softball coach for Macon County. I want to congratulate Coach King and Coach Taylor and Coach Aaron for their hard work and time they spent on this. Again, I want to thank Tracy Martin and Chuck Woodall. Tracy Martin, our principal, Chuck Woodall, athletic director, for everything they do to support not only Raider softball, but all things Raider. I'm not going to – that's why I kind of talked a little bit earlier. Not want to take a whole lot of time. I'm just going to wrap things up. I really appreciate you NFHS subscribers, especially those of you tuning in as part of Raider Nation, for being supportive, being a part of this 2019 season as it comes to an end tonight. But again, we thank you for supporting BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting, as more specifically Red Raider Athletics. And on behalf of myself, Brent Johnson, and tonight, Tate Taylor and Johnny Kabigteam, as they helped me film and produce this show all the way up from Homer, Georgia. We congratulate our Lady Raiders on another fine season. We thank our seniors for being a part of this program. And we're going to sign off from Lady Raider Softball for the 2019 season. Live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, but most importantly brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting.